A Case for Change by Joe Timms and Marshall Stapleton. The case for change is to increase revenue, which is driven by three factors. There are sponsorships, ticket sales, and game day sales. All three of these factors on revenue are driven by butts and seats, which is limited by the team play schedule. Playing games on Saturday nights is too competing with too many other options available to USL fan base. According to the USL, the fan base is largely young male adults that are educated and employed in high-paying jobs. This is the same demographic that all of the Las Vegas Strip is competed for. To increase the butts and seats, it is necessary to lower the number of competing events on game nights, which would mean a change in the day of the week and time. Saturday is not the ideal choice to drive the greatest number of fans to a sporting event in this market. We propose a weekday game day, either a Friday night or a Wednesday night. According to Cohen and Cotter, the first step in increasing urgency is building a case for change. They identify this as building a case for change that clearly identifies the gap between current organizational performance and desired performance. We must create urgency for change within the Las Vegas Lights. The need for change must be seen by people so they can be emotionally charged to make things happen. The combination of the two will drive change. Complacency will be the key challenge. People do not like to change, and acknowledging the current state will be important to moving forward. Next, we must build guiding teams. The most senior person in the organization that can make decisions on whether to implement change is Brett Lashbrook. Brett must take the role of the sponsor because he is the owner and CEO of the organization. He knows the whole business and can be the decision maker of the process. The guiding team will consist of Vice President Jim Lambright and CFO Peter Russo. Aaron Mason is currently in charge of ticket sales and will be crucial to implementing the change. Christian Garcia is the corporate partnership coordinator and will need to get partnerships on board with the changing of game days. The next step in the change process is getting the vision right, and we must develop a vision for this change to work. The USL advertises itself as United for Soccer, moving the game forward in North America, which is the overall goal of this change and in alignment with the vision of bringing new fans to the sport of soccer in Las Vegas. We believe using the USL's vision will be in line with our proposed change and will open the door for new people to enjoy games with the Las Vegas Lights. The successful way to get buy-in is to appeal to the workforce's emotions, practicality, and communicate in a way that makes the workforce part of the conversation. Due to the size of the team at the Las Vegas Lights, getting the word out should be relatively straightforward. If possible, bring the team together in person for a meeting, and alternately, a virtual meeting could be conducted. The other aspect that would need to be considered is the vendors. Some vendors, depending on contracts, may require different notification timeframes. Notification of the day change needs to be sent as soon as possible so they are aware of the upcoming changes. Going through change in the workplace can be a difficult process for your employees to go through, and an understanding of what they are experiencing can help your change effort. An organizational leader must acknowledge what employees may be feeling and help guide them through. For this change initiative, one of the most important aspects that will influence success or failure is the ability to complete the market research and identify the most appropriate days to play during the season. Special planning and focus should be placed on this barrier, and an outside resource may be necessary. Once a day is selected, we must encourage people within the organization to go along with the change and encourage them to voice their opinions about the change. Creating wins for a change plan is a crucial step in the process. Short-term wins should be used to reinforce and reevaluate the vision of the change plan. They will serve to reassure and to change the minds of people who do not believe in the plan. Short-term wins are essential to the progression of the change vision and plan. Some short-term wins could be increased attendance, positive social media responses to the day change, or more return customers. After achieving wins, it is important to leverage the momentum by tackling bigger change. Throughout all these processes, communication is vitally important. Feedback must be heard and considered. Clear messages be sent, and all levels of the organization should be considered and heard. Once a short-term win is achieved by the lights, it will be important to use these wins to maintain the momentum being achieved through all the change efforts. It will also be vital to not let up on the efforts. The early wins should be thoroughly measured and analyzed, and the team should be constantly looking for ways to continually improve. Making it stick is a crucial step in the change process. It will ensure that the change is long-lasting and becomes part of the culture in the company. The Las Vegas Lights have steps that need to occur to ensure that the changes and the effort put in sticks for the long run. The early wins will be vital to show the organization that the changes work. We must maintain the enthusiasm around the change. These wins should be broadcasted across the organization and outside the organization as well. We must draw up some media attention around the change effort and let the team see that these efforts mean something to the community as well. Make this change a part of your culture and it will stick. We would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to our proposed change plan and hope this information was useful to the organization.